Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafrans, my fellow Biafrans, how are they? To prove to you that some of these guys that you love watching their platform, they work hand in hand with the Nigerian media. They work hand in hand with the Nigerian government. Yesterday, we saw our brother, Okocha Happy Marcel, came with a narrative about Simon Ekpa. And he vowed, he said we should read his lips. Today, the bigger so-called media in Nigeria, TVC, the TV station of Tinubu himself, they have carried on with the narrative. I want you to listen to what they are saying about our Prime Minister, to show you how evil they are towards us. Not everybody that calls you brother or sister loves you. Today, I am the one still fighting about Obatobi, his name, while others, they are busy attacking themselves. My fellow Biafrans, watch me give these idiots the water of their life. If you're ready, let's go there. Watch this.
Let's move straight to our next conversation. The extradition of Simon Ekpa is still very much in progress. The federal government has submitted most of the requirements to fast-track the process. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, expressed hope that the government of Finland will do the right thing to expedite the process. Nikhil, in your opinion, is the federal government doing all it can to make sure that Simon Ekpa faces justice?
No, they are. The government is doing its best, but whether it will be extradited to Nigeria is what we do not know. You know, extradition trials are by nature very tricky. They can last for years. At the end of the day, you may not even achieve your aim. And that's why, especially where the accused person has the citizenship of Finland. They may want to try him using the laws of their own country rather than sending him here. Some of the negative stories about our country, they in fact work against his extradition, because I constantly accusing the judiciary of not being up to it, of being corrupt. You are saying that the justice system in our country does not always favor people who are up against the government. It does not always favor activists and all that. So he's accused of propagation of terrorism-related rhetorics and all that. So, which is a crime in their own country, in Finland. So it all depends on how Nigeria pushes aggressively the case for his trial. Otherwise, remember the case of Ibori now. Ibori was put, the EFCC had a case against Ibori. Ibori was deemed not to have committed an offense. And the same document, the same facts that the justice system here didn't use to convict him were used to convict him in the UK. They not only jailed him, they jailed his wife, they jailed girlfriend, they jailed lawyer.
His lawyer too.
So what are we talking about? It's, I know that Ekpa's lawyers are going to argue that he will not get justice in Nigeria. And some of the things that Nigerians write about our judicial system may actually work against us.
But this is a matter of terrorism. Nigeria is signatory to Rome Statute.
Yes,
Finland is.
Yes,
why should he not be?
I'm awful. Why I'm awful is this. I agree with him absolutely that
yes,
because of the way our judiciary is perceived, it may be very, very difficult. because, European governments do not joke with human rights. If they believe that the person being accused will not get justice or fair justice, they will believe that it is not fair. So extradite the guy to your country. But what I'm hopeful is that already he has been detained in Finland and been tried.
Shut up the idiots. Afonja man with Amala head. He's hopeful. He's hopeful. Why he's hopeful is because Ekpa has been detained and has been tried. This man that is so ignorant. Ignoramus. The other one that spoke even tried, but he's the one that said the billionaire kidnappers. The man they called he called the Igbos the billionaire kidnappers. I told him I will never forgive him nor forget what he said about us. And somehow my last message must have touched him. So him can't the mellow down. But this one here now the new one, when don't begin, they talk anyhow. They show his ignorance. He has been detained and been tried. So Ekpa is going through a trial, according to this man. Afonja, Afonja, in the man. Aye. Your land is going slowly, but you are fixated on the Biafrans. The Fulani have come to your land, but somehow you don't care about the headsmen coming. You signed a partnership with Mietiala in Oyo State. Oyo was peculiar because now when they begin carry their cow, they come Oyo State. They will distract you, say they are coming with their cow, not knowing they are mining the gold in Oyo State. They have come. The next one is Sharia law, Sharia court in the same Oyo State. Keep on putting your mind, body and soul, your brain for the affairs of the Biafrans. Keep on drinking the Panadol for the affairs of the Biafrans. You are excited. You are hopeful because he's been held and is going through the trial, according to you. Afonja. 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 That spirit will never die. This year, now laugh, I go to laugh for now because the days to the Bamba, the days to the provoke don't pass. We now have our Biafra. So now they watch it like television. I go they watch Nigeria like a television. Let's continue.
That shows that they do not agree with the things he was doing.
Okay.
And there are enough evidence to show that he engaged in act of terrorism. I know all over the world, governments do not joke with terrorism.
Sure.
That is the only thing that can work for us. So that's why I'm hopeful, because people like Ekpa should be made to account for all the nonsense that he did. You cannot stay in another country and wage war against your country and incite people against your country, and you think that
he's making money off
all this nonsense, and you think he can get away with it. He must be brought to account for all the nonsense he did.
Hold on there for me, I beg. He's waging war with his country. Hi, God, what an insult! He is waging war with his country. See language. You are who? They for Nigeria's country. Afonja. Afonja man. Hi! These guys, man, they will never learn. They will never learn. People like this, they go come and sing, say, they love Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. I love Nigeria, no go lie. Now inside I go live till I die. I will never regret loving Nigeria. Come and join Nigeria, it's good for me. Come on. Afonja, I give you 2 years. You go be put your head for down, they carry your nyash go up. 2 years, you'll be Islamized. Now when they slow them down they slow them down. That's why they are angry with us. Now they slow the Fulani down. That's why they are angry with us. You guys are just there playing to the gallery. Your brother is there, Chief Sunday Igboho. Go and support Sunday Igboho. You say no. You are angry with the Igbos. You call Nigeria the country for we the Biafrans. You are a madman. To assume that people like us, we belong to a contraption where criminality reigns supreme. And I thank God, say, when they write down the history of that zoo called Nigeria, they must specify. Say, while all this criminality was going on, a Biafran man was never the president of that zoo called Nigeria until we left Nigeria. So it's a good thing for us that they assumed they were punishing the Igbos. Oh, the Igbo will never rule. I swear to God. The power will go from the north to Yoruba land, from the Hausa, from the Fulani to Yoruba land. Now that we have left you, in your history, a Biafra man was never the president of that shithole called Nigeria. And in your life, never you see us as being Nigerians. In your life, make no try again. Speak for yourself. Speak for your people. You ain't got the right to speak for we the Biafrans. We now have our own nation. We are loving our nation. And before your eyes, as Nigeria is getting Islamized, we the Biafrans, we shall be watching you guys from the window. Had I known we come at last, like say, I know, we for join the Biafrans, so like say we know. Bunch of cowards. Look at what they are doing to you. Terrorists everywhere. They call the terrorists their friend. Look at what they say, oh, they were being friendly. When we saw them, they were very nice to us. They were doing rankadede with us. They were their friends. They were friendly. That's the language of your CDS. And shame no the kachuna. Your chief of defense staff, that Islamic man with a Christian name, an Islamic sympathizer with a Christian name, Christopher Musa. What an irony. Nine talk say, oh, when we saw the Lakurawa, they were friendly. Is that not worse than whatever you are trying to put on Simon Ekpa? That your chief of defense staff, whose role is to protect Nigeria from foreign attacks and the rest of them, he is saying that when he saw terrorists, they were friendly. And for 6 years, Lakurawa has been in that zoo called Nigeria. But you pretend not to know about them. They have come back because they are controlled by France. And today, the man who is the president of that zoo called Nigeria, his real identity, he hails from Guinea. The one that you Yorubas, not all of you, but the Afonjas, the ones that you Afonjas love, you call him one of your own. He hails from Guinea. We saw his Guinea passport. And guess what? Guinea was colonized by France. So today, when you see him partying and parlaying and partying with France, don't get surprised. When you see Lukarawa, that was originally created by the French, in your corridors, enjoying in the north, coming down to the south, you shouldn't be surprised. Because your hatred for the Igbos will consume you. It has consumed you. In your life, never you identify with the Biafrans as Nigerians. Never in your life. You are very foolish and stupid for making such a pronouncement. Continue, idiots.
That it will be, but even if it's not, it will,
justice will be served.
Yes, justice will be served. People in Finland, because already is in prison and he has been denied bail. So justice will be served.
And they've established that they were actually using the group to make money.
Yeah.
Money. Make it a pay una. That money own, make it a pay una. You and money, Jide, you and money every time. Money. Make it a pay una. Now we they donate the money every week. We they donate. Make it a pay una. You that call the Igbos the billionaire kidnappers. that your police went and killed more than 12 young men, Igbo young men, and you say, oh, all the whole gangs, they killed them. The Bilodaki kidnappers were killed. Lord have mercy. In your wildest dream, you didn't think about it. Say, those guys they killed, some might be a cousin, a friend, a neighbor, a client who just came together to drink. They ambush them, they shoot the bullet, they buy 11 men, and you were there saying billionaire kidnappers were buyed. That shows you how you hate my people with a passion. Thank God we have left you. I will watch you animals get Islamized. I swear to God, I will watch you now. I will watch you guys get Islamized and I will love it. Continue for my beg. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah, mobilizing money. And the guys of
from everybody.
Yes, in the guys of freedom fighting, they've been arrested. So it's not the only person who has been arrested. So I think that they have a good hang on the matter, and somehow, justice will be served and seen to have been served. But whether you extradite him to Nigeria, only a proper extradition trial will determine that.
Go and tell your CDS that one now, the one they call Christopher Musa, the Fulani man when they be a Christian name. Go and tell him now, because he's parading himself everywhere saying Simon Ekpa will be extradited. All documents have been sent. You guys do not say, you have lost your relevance in the world of international affairs. Nigeria has lost her relevance. You aren't even the so-called giant of Africa no more. You are the criminal of Africa. You are now number 5 in the ranking of Africa. Think about that, number 5. And you are only number 5 because the Igbos, that the stubborn ones in Lagos, still doing business. And the oil, the black gold from the land of Biafra. But that will come to an end very soon. I hope you are getting ready to cry to the whole world. Go and cry to OPEC, to IMF. When we take over our resources, that oil is in the land of Biafra. When we take over that one, make una come cry. Cry to the whole world. Is it somebody like me? Oh my God, you guys, you are so lucky. I will show no pity, no mercy for that zoo called Nigeria. I hate Nigeria with a passion. In fact, I hate that zoo more than the devil himself. That's to show you the level that I despise you guys with a passion, because you are evil, you are a criminal entity, and you are fantastically corrupt. Britain, your slave master called you that you are fantastically corrupt. You were described by the Prime Minister of Britain, Lord David Cameron, as a fantastically corrupt country. Make shame the Kachuna, because I know you guys, you are shameless. Shame don't come off on our face. Shame don't come off on our face. You guys are shameless. You are animals. You are less than humans. That's why the number 1 citizen of the world, Donald Trump, named you a shithole country. Think about that. In the world affairs, the number 1 man, the number 1 citizen, called Nigeria a shithole country. A pit of shit. Utunshe. A shithole. Back in the days when you guys were still shitting in hole, you know how nasty that thing looks. And he described you as a shithole country. You guys, you are less than humans. You are animals. You are less than humans. Calling you a zoo is like a slap on the wrist. You are a shithole. Why? Because you are fantastically corrupt. Go and sue me now. Come and sue me now when I talk those things. Come and sue me now. No, come and sue me. I was saying no. I was quoting Trump, and I was quoting Lord David Cameron. You see, now we sabi Nigeria. Now we know how to deal with these animals, these criminals, this fraud, a fraudulent country. A fraudulent country. To the Yorubas, the real Yorubas, don't allow men like this to speak for you. Don't allow the Afonjas to speak for you. Be careful. Let's continue.
Before we go to our Zoom guest, will the arrest and possible extradition of Simon Ekpa bring peace to the Southeast?
We don't want to hear about una peace. Carry una peace go. There is no problem in the Southeast. It is you, your military, causing problem in the Southeast. Don't Simon Ekpa. You cannot fool us. You cannot slap a child and tell them not to cry. Simon Ekpa is not the one that brought in the whole checkpoint in Biafra land. No. And now that Jagaban has come to Enugu State, the older Enugu States, suddenly the governors and the rest, they took away the whole checkpoints. Who is fooling who? My brother, you are wasting your time. We ain't stupid. The only time peace will come is when your animal military people leave Biafra land. Boko Haram, ISIS dressed up in Nigerian military attire. Until you leave our land, that's when there will be peace. Because we are men of peace. You are the ones that came to bring war, blood, sorrow, tears in the land of Biafra. One man once told us, they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. Today, you have come. So with all the bloodshed happening in Biafra land, do not deceive us. We ain't stupid. You come to buy us and you say, oh, blame Simon Ekpa. He is responsible. Now that he's been, questioned in Finland. Who is now responsible for all the buying in Biafra land? You guys can't fool us. We ain't stupid. We ain't stupid. Obatobie, we ain't stupid. We know very, very soon you'll be free to come and join us. Obatobie, we love you. We ain't stupid. The 100 men don't step up. Those ones that was called by Oyendo, we have come. Our name is Legion because we are many. We ain't stupid. Never in my time will I allow the Fulani cabal come and Islamize people in Biafra land. To the Yorubas, now we be their stumbling block. They are angry with us because now we they slow them down. You and I know if the Biafrans allow them to have their way, tomorrow Nigeria will be Islamized. If we the Biafrans allow the cabal to have their way, tomorrow, the whole place in that zoo, they'll be bowing down with their head on the ground and their bum at the top. Their forehead will they touch ground for their prayer. We know what's in there now. We are the whipping boys because the bully in the classroom knows that this one, they stubborn. I'm going to fight this one. If I can defeat these ones, the other ones, they'll be biscuit, piece of cake. My only anger is when we are dealing with the cabal, those that we are protecting, the Afonjas, will come around talking nonsense. Obatobie, we love you. Obatobie, hey, Ibo Yendu. According to my sister, Adad Yolama. Obatobie, Ibo Yendu. Hey, Obatobie, we love you. We love you so much. We love you. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Because you know that some Ekpa himself is a faction. They call people in IPOB.
Yes.
Do not really agree with him.
Yes.
He's just somebody that because of incarceration of Kano, he played on that. He played on that vacuum. He occupied it and was using it for himself. Even when when he would give order that people should not come out on a particular day, IPOB will say no, they are not part of that.
Yes.
And he kept getting away with it. So that will not solve all the problems. Because the
He
issue.
doesn't even believe in Nnamdi Kanu anymore.
Yes, anymore, yes.
Because there was a time I did issues with Jide.
Yes.
I was saying that, look, the people still respect Nnamdi Kanu more than him. He launched into tirade, was attacking me. Because I said in the southeast, the people still see Nnamdi Kanu more as a hero than himself.
You are a liar, you are a criminal, you are a phony, you are a fake. There will never be a time when we'll attack you for making such a statement. The reason why I attack you, I remember that video, is because you call the Igbos the billionaire kidnappers. Obatobie knows that Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. In whatever we do, Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. But right now, in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, the movement must continue towards liberation. We now have a country known as USB, United States of Biafra. So you don't expect us to be stupid, that because the Fulani Cabal, they are holding our leader, it means we should now fold our hand, tie our wrapper, put our chewing stick for our mouth, fold and do nothing until the zoo government they release Nnamdi Kanu. Only an Afonja will act that way. You cowards, that the Fulani came, Alimi came to your land and took over your land. Out of greed, Afonja could do nothing about it. The son of Alimi, the one they call Abdul Salami, he rose up and said, I am the strongest man in this village. Because of that, I must be king. And you cowards, you folded your hands and did nothing. You were scared to fight and die for something you believe in. Instead, till this day, you converted to Islam. To follow, to skip to the loo of Alimi and his son, Abdul Salami. You guys are cowards. That's not who we are. The movement must move on because it is like a train. You cannot stop a moving train. The destination is Biafra. If you like, hold Nnamdi Kanu, you are wasting your time. If you like, pray to God, say they carry Simon Ekpa come to Nigeria, you are wasting your time. That will never happen. But even in the absence of Simon Ekpa, we still declared Biafra on the 29th of November, 2024. You see, the truth is so bitter for some people, but every part of the truth is sweet. Oyibo. The truth is bitter, but every part of it is sweet. The envy these idiots they have for us is something else. That some kidnappers did something, you tag them the billionaire kidnappers. Because you know, say, billionaire is synonymous to the Igbos. Just because they are Igbos and your police say they are kidnappers, you then tag them the billionaire kidnappers. Not only that, you said in that video, you said, this is Lagos. They cannot do that nonsense they are doing in Southeast in our Lagos. This is our Lagos. That is the language coming from your mouth, Mr. Jijide. So, permit me to give you this slap and all this that I'm giving to you, and because you deserve it. You are a green snake in a green grass. You can't be trusted. Respect to the real Yorubas. I lived in Lagos and I know the real Yorubas when I see them. Unfortunately, the problem of the Yorubas started in 1999. I keep saying it. I keep records. I was observing as a child. I saw the changes when a certain man came in to become the governor of Lagos State. A foreigner came in. He saw the good works of Buba Marwa. And when he came, he saw the wealth. Say, all this money in Lagos is for me. I will keep it for me and my people, my children. They came with numerous stuff. Alpha, beta, taxation of the businesses in Lagos. Today, that man is a billionaire, but because of greed and criminality at old age, he doesn't want to relax and enjoy the money he has stolen. How can a billionaire keep on toiling himself? You are already stolen enough. You are a billionaire already. But the criminal tendencies in you still wants you to become president, to keep on stealing. He said subsidy is gone, but till this day, he has an oil refinery somewhere in Europe, and he's paying subsidy to himself. How much is enough for the Afonjas? Money is not the problem. The main thing is your freedom. But because the man in question is not even a Yoruba man, we saw his passport, for crying out loud. He's from Guinea. We saw the passport. Hence, he's not partying with the French president. Why? Because France colonized Guinea. You see, people like us, now we do the research. I know Nigeria like the back of my palm because as a child, I saw those changes. I saw how the Igbos, they were scared during the time from 1999. The Igbos in the civil service in Lagos, there was a problem. A storm was coming. Problems were brewing up. Suddenly the Igbos, they were changing their names to Yoruba names. Some of them, their dressing has to change. They were now wearing kaftan to their office. They were wearing kaftan just to blend in, because if you show your Igbo-ness, when they want, retrench people, then go point you out. People were changing their names to Lagos names because for Lagos, in most cases, they bear English names. My friend then, her name was Midos. Her surname was Midos. Folake Jane Midos. But we're calling her Jane. So the Igbos during that time, they were now going with this kind of names just to retain their jobs. And if you have a contract, just to make sure say the contract is not terminated. I saw my people wearing kaftan to go to office, to go to work in government jobs. I was worried. You see me, I keep records. And now they've dealt with all those in the civil service. No Igbos. Now, in fact, the percentage of Igbos that were based in Lagos, those born in Lagos that are working in government house, it has gone down to 0.11 or something. Now they are now focusing on the businessmen, the Biafran businessmen doing business in Lagos. Those who bought houses, they are focusing on their land, their real estate, destroying it, taking it off them and the rest. If you are going into business, they burn your business down. And the final phase now is they're saying you cannot vote a candidate of your choice. It means you don't belong there. They tell you who to vote for. And if you refuse, they will throw you into the lagoon. Who is more terrorist? Is it Simon Ekpa who is fighting for the liberation of his people? Or the Afonjas? The Oba who said, you Igbos, if you vote somebody else, I throw all of you to the lagoon. Massacre of a people. Who is more terrorist? To call a spade a spade. Who is more terrorist? These are the questions, people don't want to ask themselves. They are pretending. We know you guys don't love us. So it's only the fools that still, they are trying to hang around. We that know you, we know you guys don't love us. Hence, we divorce from that so-called Nigeria. But let the cowards, the naysayers, pretend as if they cannot smell the coffee. They can't see what is coming. All those who fought for freedom, they've all been released. Nnamdi Kanu since 2021 till now, still being held. The court said this man has been discharged. A Fulani man said no, he was not acquitted. And you tell me you believe in one Nigeria. May God punish you and your one Nigeria. Animals. Bastards everywhere. Mad monkeys everywhere. May God punish you and your beloved Nigeria. We are done with you guys. This video is a right of reply. because you spoke about my Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That's why I have the right to respond to your video. So yes, go to Instagram and Facebook. Tell them to bring the video down. I will fight the case. Because you are speaking about our Prime Minister in a bad light. You called him a terrorist. You called him the killer of his people. So I have the right to defend the innocence of my Prime Minister. You see me, I am meticulous in my approach, Oyibo. I am very, very meticulous. I did well calculated. Anything I do it for a reason. And so people like us, you cannot fool us. We know who you are. We know the devil when we see him. Or the devils when we see one. Because there are so many devils out there. You can't fool me. Yashukudi, no come out though. Yashukudi, no come out though. But yet, you say, we are Nigerians. God punish you and your Nigerians. And your so-called Nigerianness. Yashukudi, no come out though. No come out though. Yashukudi, no come out though. These guys, man. Tufiakwa. Please, let's continue.
So, to him now, Nnamdi Kanu does not amount to anything.
Hey!
He's just doing what he's doing, believing that, okay, he has replaced Nnamdi.
Liars. Make it depend on.
So what will now bring peace to the South? The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Nobody can guarantee that
Now.
the release will put an end to this agitation.
Now.
That over time, cultists never do well, so all kinds of people have hijacked the struggle. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu will sign that there is no seat at home anymore.
Yes.
He used his own hand, he wrote it. When Senator Ifeanyi and Eze Chukwemekari of Enugu Aguleri went to see him in detention, he said, okay, from now, in the past, they said, okay, only when it's brought to court.
Okay.
Yes, we still sit at home. Later, they went to her and said, this thing is destroying the economy of the Southeast. I think Senator Abaribi also joined and he agreed in his own hand. He said, no more sit at home at any time. Yet, Simon Ekpa, who did not institute it in the first place, this thing was instituted by IPOB.
Akoko.
Simon Ekpa continued to do sit at home. So it's like, as far as he's concerned, he has nothing to do with it. And that was why IPOB disowned him. They said, no, we do not approve of his actions.
Exactly.
So we will see what happens. I know that Kanu's release will definitely reduce.
Go a long way in doing that.
To put an end to it, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Still talking about, I think we're having issues with our Zoom guest. We're having issues with our Zoom guest. But the issue of the matter of extradition, can the extradition process work? Can Nigeria actually satisfy that process? Another question is the fact that Nigeria does not have extradition treaty with Finland.
That's the main problem. That is not, it's not whether it can be extradited or not. The problem basically is that we don't have a treaty.
I'm all ahead. Talk.
They are not under any obligation, legal obligation to extradite him. Because we don't have a treaty. That is the main problem. Not that, because we have enough evidence.
But we have bilateral relationship with them.
Yeah, but
is that not a
bilateral relationship is.
Hold on there, man. This man, Orieja, this Hamala head man. This guy, you make me laugh. God. I can't believe it. Say mature men with gray beards, mature men in their 60s are talking like babies like this. Very uninformed. Treaties. God, that's Nigeria. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh, macham. He don't fall for gutter, oh, macham. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh. He don't fall for God, oh macham, 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 oh macham, 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 oh macham. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh hey. He don't fall for ground, oh hey. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh eh. He don't fall for God, oh macham, 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 oh macham, 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 oh macham, macham, macham for grand. See the way they talk. Old men in their 60s making mistakes anyhow. Talking about treaties with Finland. Hey God, you guys don't understand something. You don't understand. Eh? You don't understand how things are run, how things operate in the Western world. You don't understand. When they say due process, not like your INEC and courts, when we say those guys, those politicians, they were looking for documents from INEC, and there was a deadline from the courts, and say, oh, if you don't get the evidence, your deadline is gone. No, in the Western world, something is called due process. With all due respect, oh, I should go and get my document from INEC. The court go give you time to get your documents. Whenever you get your document from INEC, that is when your so-called trial will then start to prove your case. But in your shithole country, you are in a conundrum. Say 2 weeks to get document from INEC. Those guys, Peter Obi, APC, PDP, all of them, Labour, they were running to INEC. Give me document, give me document. INEC was playing them cat and mice. 4 days to go, 3 days to go. They say, come and get. They didn't get what they get. That is not due process. In the Western world, they don't operate like that. They don't. So for the fact that you say, oh, Simon Ekpa is in prison, I beg your pardon. Your zoo government came with 419. They were bringing in allegations in different batches. So the due process for Finland is to go through all the allegations. And they gave Nigeria the deadline. Say, come on the 5th of May is the deadline to bring all your allegations against this man. But for the time being, because you say one of the main things you say he's inciting people online, then it only makes sense. Say, okay, Simon Ekpa, for now, you cannot use, go to your online platforms anymore. Because one of the cases or charges brought against you is that you are inciting people online. Which was why we, the Biafrans, we went to Finland by ourselves and we declared Biafra. Let's call it a spade. Even case in point, Dele Farotimi that had that case with the lawyer that had a problem with him. It's the same thing. He's been bailed, but the condition is do not go to any media to explain the side of your story. He was barred from the media. Till this day, Dele has not spoken. The only video that he made was him crying. And he was saying, you have made Nigeria not to happen to me. I want to thank you, Nigerians. You made. That's it. But he cannot go to any TV station to explain his story. It's similar to Simon Ekpa's case. Because the case against Simon Ekpa, they say, oh, one of them is instigating people to do what they are doing. So for that reason, while your zoo government is still slowing down, bringing the evidence for Finland, Simon Ekpa will not be able to go online. I took my time to check what is going on in Finland. First-hand information is what I'm telling you now. He has no case to answer, but they are still gathering more information from Nigeria because Nigeria, they use time. They are going things in batches. And now they are happy to say there's an in-house fighting within the government. But we thank God, say the Biafrans are wise. We don't weigh both parties claiming to be, the head or whatever, or the acting head. And so far, we have pitched our tent with Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who is the chief of staff of Biafra and also the deputy prime minister. So that one don't they solved. But Nigerians' plan or hopes, they say, the more they delay the document, because Nigerians are 419B, they are delaying the documents. So they give them deadlines, say, on the 5th of May must be the last time you have the right to bring in charges against Simon Ekpa. You see him. So the reason why Simon Ekpa is still, incommunicado with us is because they have not gone through all the charges. Nigeria, they use 419, they slow down, they sentence in batches. But now the CDS, they talk, say, oh, we have now sent all our extradition, document to Finland. That's nonsense, baloney. That's nonsense, and that's a bogus claim. A very bogus claim. So once you're zoo, then complete all the documents. But we are praying, say the man they call Bayo Onanuga, the presidency of Nigeria, the spokesperson of the presidency, let him speak on the case of Simon Ekpa, not the CDS. The CDS, we don't want to hear from you. Let the presidency speak. Or let the AGF speak. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, Malami was speaking, AGF. Now, in Simon Ekpa's case, let the new AGF of that zoo speak. That way, we will not catch you for where with the way to now. With the way to now. Nigeria knows we are waiting there for somewhere. Once you speak, we can now rope Nigeria in. But you guys are being smart by allowing the media, the cronies to speak, and the CDS. A Fulani man with a Christian name. Christopher Mumusa, a Fulani man with a Christian name. Fiakwa. What an insult. People like us, you cannot fulfill us. We are learned. We know the rules. We operate by the rules of the Western world. Because in your shito country, there is no rule of law in that shito continent in Nigeria. There is no rule of law. I beg, continue, I beg.
It's different.
Such deals to exchange prisoners,
Yes.
to exchange detainees and all that. If, for example, between us, the UK and UAE, for example, they have it, and that's why it was easy to send.
Yeah.
It was easy to send
Ibori
to that place. So Nigeria, I remember that we actually signed during the Buhari regime. We got into that deal with the UAE, and you seen that the UAE even helped us to arrest some sponsors
of Boko Haram. Yes, exactly.
So now,
Where are their names now? How many names they gave out? Has your Fulani Kakabao given out names? The list of the terrorists, the real terrorists. You guys don't want to discuss about it. Now, Simon, when they enjoy in life, now you talk about the real ones, the real terrorists, when they bring things come for that zoo called Nigeria, when they buy people, when they create IDP camps. You guys don't want to speak about it. You are living with them. You call them friendly. Lukarawa. You say, oh, when we saw them, they were friendly. They were nice. They were gentle. They were tender. They were loving. They were caring. They were understanding. They were friendly to us. That's the language from your CDS. But with that his same dirty stinking mouth, he's speaking about Simon Ekpa. Say, oh, all document has been filed to Finland to bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Hey, Atalamshi, Tufiakwa. A third world country. The smaller boys league. One carry a citizen from a developed country and bring to a third world country. Hey God. In Nigeria, elephants can fly. The only country where elephants can fly. My people, I will end it here. I'm wasting my time. I ain't got time for these people, man. They ain't on our league. I go they watch Nigeria like a movie. As they get Islamized. I no go pity them. I go they laugh. I go they laugh them. It's coming. Sharia law now they come. The Sharia courts. It's coming now. To the Yorubas when get sense, go and join your brother, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho. Go and represent his spokesperson. Join forces with his spokesman, the one they call Koiki Media. A good guy doing the Lord's work. Forget Nigeria. To the Yorubas, you claim to be the most educated. This is my anger from you guys. You guys claim to be the most educated, but you allow the Fulani Kabal to choose the worst amongst you to lead. When you look at the annals of history of that zoo called Nigeria, the Yorubas that have led in that country, they were the criminals. from OFN, Obasanjo, OFN, Operation Feed the Nation. He turned it to Obasanjo Farm of Nigeria Limited. Criminals. You allow the Fulani to choose the worst amongst you. The best ones, they don't have the chance. Awolowo never had the chance to rule. You allow the cabal to choose the worst amongst you. And you claim to be the most educated in that so-called Nigeria. Even though that has not been tested. But I ain't got no bones to pick with you guys. Go and get your own country. We've left. It's up to you guys. If you are wise, if you are the most educated, you will know you have to make haze while the sun shines. Leave that so-called Nigeria. Maintain and protect your own country. The Yoruba nation. Yoruba country. Whatever you want to call it. Maintain and do what is right if you claim to be the most educated. Don't allow those when suck the breast of cow. They drink the urine of cow. They shower with the urine of cow. They use a knife and puncture the throat of a cow to drink the blood of the cow. Don't allow those to be the ones. Those you say they are the least educated. They are always the ones that choose amongst you the person that will be king. Even now, your Yoruba, culture is at risk now. Your Obas, your Emirs, the Emirs, they have come. There is Sereki in your land. Your Obas now, they are choosing Fulani men to become your Obas. To the Yorubas, make una wake up. Make una wake up. Smell the coffee. We the Biafrans, we did what we had to do. We have left. Let the media attack us, blackmail us, attack Simon Ekpa. They are wasting their time. We have done what we had to do. And we have left. The bully will have to turn around and face somebody else. We have fought our way through. And now we are free. Small. Now process. Now process now. 1,000,000 miles takes, place from just one step. We shall get there to the promised land. We have left the home of Pharaoh. And we are now in the promised land. And small, we shall implement Biafra in Biafra land. God's willing. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. From me, from here for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, your brother, the man of the hour, the man of the people, the servant of Obatobie, the boy of Obatobie, a disciple of Obatobie Simon Ekpa. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Lugard, Bloomington, Lord Lugard, and it's wild Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation. Ever since annihilation, nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.